Right, so a bit late guys, but that's a late day never. Welcome aboard guys, my name's Dave, I'm going to be your guide for the next 45-50 minutes or so. We're going to inside to our city, show you some of our buildings, some dates, stuff like that. Don't worry, not a history lesson. We'll have a few laughs as we go around as well. This is the other dock on our left hand side. I'll tell you about the other dock when we come back. Otherwise I've got nothing to talk about. So this dock coming up just ahead of us on your left hand side, this is the canning dock. So this is actually the oldest stretch of ivory dock in Europe. This actually dates back to 1737ish. It's been there for quite a long time. And just ahead of us on your right hand side, the red white stripy building. And that used to be called Albion House. And that was the headquarters for the White Star shipping line. And then for the owners of the ill-fated Titanic, it was the Titanic, that's where it was already registered in that building. We're going to turn left here now. I'm going to show you our three graces, these three wonderful buildings that greet you when you come into Liverpool on a cruise ship. Well, this evening now guys, this is called Canada Boulevard. This building on the left hand side is the first of our three graces. This is the port of Liverpool. It's actually the oldest of the three graces. The first one was installed in 1907. And we're going to come back on ourselves now. That building directly in front of us now, the big black building, we actually call that Darth Vader's holiday home. It's a bit of an island building like this, but if you notice though, the way it blends in with the rest of the building, it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. And on your left hand side again is the Museum of Liverpool. 800 years of Liverpool history in there guys. The best thing about it, it's all free. Doesn't cost me a penny a ticket. Is anybody upstairs getting up? Press the bell for us so we know. I think most of you just go on.
Yeah, you're right. Come back.
So hello to you I've just heard. Welcome to Liverpool guys. My name's Dave. I'm going to be your guide for the next 45-50 minutes or so. Said to our guys that were on before, the first building, the first of our three gates on the right hand side is the Port of Liverpool. The oldest of the three graces, 1907. Second of our three graces on your left hand side is the Cunard building. That's actually the youngest of the three Graces. First opened stores in 1917. And that was the headquarters for the Cunard shipping line until they moved to America. Today, it's home to our local city council. They have their offices in there. It's also home to BME, which is the British Music Experience. Well, the third of our three Graces, you guys downstairs probably can't see because of these trees. There's this third one that's on our head was on your left, the scruffy looking building. Probably the most iconic building in Liverpool, the most famous building in Liverpool. It's the Royal Liver building. First opened stores in 1911. The birds on the very top, there's two of them. They're a mythical bird, the two birds are most, got the head of a corn and twisted seabird and the body rings of an Atlantic eagle. And then birds on top of the flower buildings are actually taller than this bus, and this bus is 14'1". The birds on the top are actually 18 foot tall with a 23 foot wingspan. So the church on the right hand side is St Nick's. That's actually the fifth church that's stood there since the 1200s. Somebody asked me on the last tour, that big brown building in front of us, does look a bit of an eyesore, doesn't it? That's where the Liverpool Daily Post and Echo used to have their offices. It's where they used to print all the local papers. They've actually moved to by Manchester now. So just ahead of us on your right hand side, just with that car's turning on in front of us, where it says shh. That's the World War II Museum, that's the Western Approaches. And that was the strategic headquarters for the Battle of the Atlantic. So underneath us now, guys, there's loads of little rooms, corridors, bunkers. Because right underneath us is where they planned the Battle of the Atlantic. And we actually didn't know it was there until the 1990s. Reason being, because of the 50-year Secrecy Act, and we didn't find out that it was there until the 1990s. It was a rather nice surprise. So just ahead of us now on your left hand side, this big sandstone building, it's called Exchange Station. That was one of the world's first underground electrified subterranean railway stations. Bit of a shame, it's all closed down now. It's all offices and apartments these days. And that was the Lancashire Yorkshire line. And it was designed by a guy called John Pearson. And as you go past, you'll see in the middle of the gate there's a bit of a bust on the wall. And that's his John Pearson. Okay, just see that there, you can see it as we turn. It's John Pearson. And when they closed that down in the the mid-1970s, they give us this thing just ahead here on your left. Look at the kip of that. It's an underground station, but to get to it, you've got to go upstairs first. So you've got to go upstairs to go downstairs. So we get to this junction now, we're going to turn right, we're going to turn onto Victoria Street. And Victoria Street is one of the original 7 streets of Liverpool. looks like it's sticking on to me the road just ahead as well. That's our town hall. Get a better look at that in a couple of minutes, but we're going to turn left here now. I'm going to turn into North John Street. And we're going to show you where the world famous Cabin Club is. So we're going to go through these lights now. I've just had just where this white van is, so unfortunately you guys downstairs probably won't be able to see it because of this fan. But just to the side of that white van on our left hand side, we've got a street there called Matthew Street, that is just there. That's where the world famous Cabin Club is. 90 minutes of walk the road. And this hotel on your left is the Hard Day's Night Hotel. That's actually a Beatle themed hotel. So if anyone's getting off at the Cabin Club or Liverpool one, this is your stop number 4, which is Wall Street. And if you just go to the Cabin Club, if you want to get off at stop number 5, which is a lot closer, it's just behind us. So if you want to get off this one, feel free. If you want to get off at stop number 5, which is by the Slugging Letters, feel free to stay on and get off at that stop. So is anybody get off this stop number 4? Okay, don't guys. The Slugging Letters, the next stop. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So just stay seated for us guys, it's the next stop. The next stop is the Slugging Letters stop, but it's a lot closer to the Cabin Club. Normally people get off this stop for Liverpool or the shopping centre. And just ahead of us on your left hand side is the Queen Victoria Monument. First put there in 1906, but before that monument was there, our castle stood there, and our castle stood there for 500 years. From the 1200s to the 1700s, our castle stood there. And this is Castle Street. There's our town hall directly there. We've got the one I showed you before that looked like it was sticking out to me, but all that is it in front of us. It's the second oldest building in the city centre. This actually dates back to 1754. The oldest building in the city centre is in Church Street, or just behind Church, just behind Primark in Church Street. That's called the Bucco Chambers, and that dates back to the 1730s. So this is the stop, guys. This is the stop of the Slugging Letters. This is stop number 5. As you can see, the Cabin Club's a lot closer. The Cabin Club is just over the road there to your right. So there's the Cabin Club just over on our right hand side there. This is the street that we just come across. Now we come across now as a Victoria Street. Now Victoria Street is another one of the original 7th Street to Liverpool. Now back in our early days we were one of the richest cities in the world, believe it or not. We're skint now, but we used to be rich. So this building coming up just ahead of us on your right hand side, this big sandstone building, the orange umbrellas outside, just above this building guys as we go past. And then I'll tell you what it used to do. So this is it guys, just here on your right hand side, beautiful building. You know what that used to be? It was a post office, that's all it was. And on your left hand side here on the corner, the city, one of the richest cities in the world, and also one of the first cities in the world to have our own bank. The city on the left hand side, on the corner, used to be the Bank of Liverpool. You see just above the door, embedded into the stone, Bank of Liverpool. Can we all see them colourful pigeons on the first floor? Yeah? Well, thank God for that. Thought it was just me that could see that. She's better tonight now. So as we get through these lights, well, what we'll do, we'll wait till the back over here first. Hang on, because if we open the doors, the bus won't go. Two football themed hotels. On your right is the Shank Hotel for Liverpool Football Club. On your left is the Dixie Dean Hotel for Everton Football Club. Right, coming up on our left hand side now is the first of our two Mersey tunnels. The first one we're going to show you here on your left is the Queensway Tunnel, which was opened by the King George V in 1934. It took 1,900 men 9 years to build it. Myself personally, I think it's actually phenomenal what they've done to this. Because back in the early days, you didn't have the technology of what we got today. So this tunnel on your left was actually done with pickaxes, hands and shovels. Pretty phenomenal. But, just saying up now onto William Brown Street. All on our left hand side, all Grade 1 listed. This first one we're passing is the World Museum, 5 floors here, 52 in there. It's all free to enter. So these people are going to be a bit disappointed. Are we going to go up this stop, guys? Wait till we stop. There you go, so come on down.
Check tickets, because that's your change.
So we're going to come back on ourselves now, but just head was on your left hand side now. You can see the two statues sitting outside. That's Michelangelo and Raphael. They're actually sitting outside the Walker Art Gallery. Now apparently the Walker Art Gallery is the largest art gallery in the country outside of London. There's only London that has a larger art gallery than Liverpool. It's pretty good in there though. Then on your left hand side is St John's Gardens. As you can see, they're pretty well maintained by the City Council. So going back to our Mersey tunnel in front of us now. Have we all seen the Harry Potter films? I think most of us have, haven't we? The one where Hagrid goes through the tunnel on his motorbike is that tunnel directly ahead of us now. Fast and Furious, I think it's number 7 with the silver cars in the tunnel, watching the cars in the air. It's that tunnel to your right. And on your left hand side there's the Hillsborough Memorial. The Hillsborough disaster, the 15th of April 1989. And coming up on your right hand side is Dr. Duncan's. Now Dr. Duncan, he was the first chief medical officer. And they had the task of finding out why thousands and thousands of people were dying when that pandemic hit us, which was the cholera. He actually found out that it was the bacteria in the water that was killing everyone. And instead of telling everybody to boil the water, he told everybody to stop drinking water and drink beer. Guys? You ask anyone in Liverpool, have they ever had cholera? They don't even know what you're talking about. So directly in front of us now is Lime Street Station. The Lime Street Station is actually the oldest passenger terminal on Earth. The very first one of its kind in the world, first opened stores in 1836. Tell you what about that in a couple of minutes, but on our left hand side is St George's Hall, largest Grade 1 listed building in the country, in the city of Liverpool. King Charles III described that building on the left. It's probably the most important neoclassical building in the world. One of his most favourite buildings. And on your right hand side is the Empire Theatre. And when the Empire Theatre first opened, it was the tallest the biggest two-tier theatre in the country, and apparently, some led to believe it still is today. And the last time the Beatles played in Liverpool was the 5th of December 1965, and they played in the Empire Theatre. And the statues on the pier head, the four statues come by the evidence, they were actually first put there on the 5th of December 2050 to commemorate 50 years of when the Beatles last played in Liverpool. Not these lights, guys, we're going to turn right at these lights. These should be turning in a couple of seconds. And we're going to turn onto Seymour Street. In Liverpool today, we have over 2,500 listed buildings in Liverpool. There's only London that has more listed buildings than Liverpool. And these are some of them listed buildings on your left hand side now. This is called Seymour Terrace. And these actually date back to 1810, so they've been there for quite a long time. But in the early 1980s, they're all derelict, all run down, pretty unrecognisable to what you can see today. And they were actually on the verge of demolishing all these houses on your left. So the last minute, some developers come in, bought the lot, and refurbished them around about 1992. Would you like to purchase one of these houses, guys, on your left? Have you got a spare £500,000? That's how much one of these houses will cost you. Yourself personally, I can't think it's good value for money, because if you took that £500,000 down to London, you'd be lucky to get a one-bedroom flat. At least here, you get them 4 floors. Because you need 4 floors, because underneath the railings, there's a basement. So I'm just over on your right hand side now. See the 2 big roofs off Lime Street Station. First opened in 1836 and opened up by a local MP, a guy called William Huskinson. Jumped on the track, started waving his flag. The train driver thought it was time to go, so the train started pulling out. Poor William Huskinson didn't realise the train was moving, knocked him down and killed him. It was the world's first train fatality. That's where it happened in Lime Street Station. If you look straight ahead and look up onto the 3rd floor on the corner there of Lewis's department store, a little bit of a statue. He's called Liverpool Resurgence, or the Spirit of Liverpool. But for some unknown reason in Liverpool, he's called Dickie Lewis. No idea why. So coming up on our left hand side now is the Adelphi Hotel. Which 8, I think this is 8. Yeah, the Adelphi. This one. No problem, my friend. Just you on it. So I don't start today. You guys upstairs outside, would you like a poncho? Hold on, I'll bring the washing you want.
Does anybody want a poncho? I think so. Yeah.
Next up, Clive! Next up, mate. It's good fun, but giving them the biggest for the side to watch them put them on today. So just so on the right hand side, guys, is the Metropolitan Cathedral of Christ the King, so a Catholic cathedral. Locally it's called Paddy's Wigwam, but if you look at the top, there's over 25,000 individual pieces of stained glass up there. And on a very sunny day, it's like a kaleidoscope, no problem, guys. Then look. So I'm going to turn right here now, but just head us on your left hand side, which is where it says Unite Students or Student Village in yellow, just head over the road there. Just behind that red brick building, used to be Oxford Street Maternity Hospital. It was on the 9th of October 1940. That is where John Winston and Lennon come in together. On Hope Street now, on our left hand side is the Everyman Theatre. Do you all know Daniel Craig? Of course you do. James Bond, that's where he made the screen thing. He's actually from the dark side of the little place over the water called Chester. Chester is where Daniel Craig, James Bond is born. On this bus stop, anybody else want to stop here now? This is the film lit down the rooms. Oh, you're all too tough now. Is anybody getting off? No? Yeah? No? No, too late now. So that stop that we just passed, you jump up there, go to this pub on the right hand side on the corner, show the bar stop your ticket, they would gladly give you a free glass of sparkling wine. Well, this is still Home Street, it's one of my favourite streets coming up just ahead of us now. It's this next one just here on your left, it's called Falcon Street, the street, been there since 1820. And on your right hand side, on the pavement, we're just passing now, is EasyJet's Lost Luggage. And all these buildings on your right, these are all owned by Sir Paul McCartney. It's a public college, very old famous called the Liverpool Institute of Performing Arts. And this is probably the best reveal in Liverpool, just heading out to the right. It's the Liverpool Cathedral. It's the largest cathedral in Britain. It's the 5th largest of any denomination throughout the world. And this cathedral, guys, believe it or not, actually took 74 years to build. They started it in 1904 and finished it in 1978. So to its grand opening, guys, I know it's very hard to believe, but this cathedral on your left is only 45 years old. Anybody getting off of the cathedral? Press the bell for us. No? Oh, there we go. So every half hour or so on this bus stop back when you get back home. That was designed by a 22-year-old guy called Sir Giles Gilbert Scott designed that. And he didn't live long enough to see his largest creation finished. So we're coming down and going into Chinatown now. Chinatown apparently is the oldest Chinese community in Europe. It's not the biggest, maybe one of the smallest, but apparently it is the oldest in Europe. It dates back to the 17th century. But just ahead of us now on the left hand side, you should see the big Chinese arch. There it is, see that? That is the largest ceremonial arch outside of mainland China. First erected in the year 2000. There's over 9,000 pieces on it. There's over 300 carved dragons on it, so apparently 12 of them are pregnant, which is a sign of good health and wealth in China. Looks pretty cool overnight at all, it's all lit up overnight. So we're going down Duke Street now, we've just been informed by the boss that there's been some sort of accident just to our left. So hopefully it will be covered for next time round. And I say this is Duke Street. All the little restaurants and little bars around here, guys. The next stop is the last stop. Now the dock guys in front of us now. We're sort of like back on track now. It's the largest group of grade one listed buildings in the country, one of the few things that would beat our capital. The fireproof, they go on fire, it's all brick, steel and stone, there's no wood involved whatsoever. First put there in 1846 and designed by a guy called Jesse Hartley, from Pontefract in West Yorkshire. So now the dock is coming up on our right hand side, guys. Look over to you right now. See the little thing up there? There you go. Here's the other dock over there. So I do apologise for the delays, guys. I do apologise for the rain. It's not what we can do about that. It's not what the gods. I hope you've enjoyed it. A bit more informed of our beautiful city of Liverpool. So feel free to stay on, guys. If you want to stay on, feel free to do so. You've got no obligation to jump on. So here we go, guys. So I say thanks again for coming on board. There's a little tip jar in the front by our driver. I'll take it down to big